the collapse has begun. From economic instability to climate disasters to growing social unrest, the signs are all around us. The world is changing faster than ever, and many are wondering, am I prepared? Let's start by taking a look at the warning signs. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's reality. The global economy is on the brink of a major reset. Supply chains are breaking down, inflation is soaring, and the gap between the rich and poor is wider than ever. We've already seen countries facing hyperinflation, like Venezuela and Zimbabwe, but now similar patterns are emerging in developed nations. The dollar's purchasing power is shrinking, energy prices are soaring, and for many, the cost of living is becoming unbearable. There are cracks in the system, and they're getting bigger by the day. The global economy is in trouble. Inflation is rising, job markets are shrinking, and supply chains are breaking down. Countries are accumulating more debt than ever before, and eventually, this house of cards is going to fall. This is about the most indebted period in the history of the world. I never thought I would see so much debt so quickly as we have seen in the last few years. What we're really talking about is government debt, because no one expects governments to go bankrupt, although we all know that occasionally they do default. We've seen many cases of that, but certainly not, the United States or the UK or Spain or France. No one expects any of those countries to default anytime soon. But the way I think about debt is I use the debt to GDP ratio, because debt is not automatically a problem. It may be a problem or it may not be a problem. It all depends on how much income or output you have to service the debt. Remember 2008? That was just a warning. What's coming next will be much worse. Then there's the environment. Extreme weather events, from hurricanes to wildfires, are becoming more frequent and severe. Climate change is no longer a future threat. It's happening now, and it's accelerating. As the climate shifts, food production is faltering, water is becoming scarce, and communities are being displaced. And it's not just natural disasters. Wars and conflicts over resources are increasing too. And finally, we can't ignore the growing social division. People are more divided than ever, politically, economically, and culturally. Protests are happening around the world, and trust in institutions is at an all-time low. When societies fracture, collapse isn't far behind. So what can you do? While you can't stop these global events, you can prepare yourself and your family. Let's break it down into 5 key areas. First, your finances. If you haven't already, start diversifying your income streams. Relying on one job or one source of income is risky. Consider starting a side business, freelancing, or investing in skills that will always be needed, no matter what happens. And when it comes to your savings, don't put all your trust in the stock market. Consider diversifying into more stable assets, precious metals like gold and silver. Basic self-sufficiency will be invaluable if the system starts to break down. Finally, stay informed. Knowledge is power. Don't rely solely on mainstream media. Seek out independent sources, read widely, and keep yourself up to date on what's happening globally and locally. Information will help you make smart, timely decisions when things start to shift rapidly. The collapse may have already begun, but it's not the end. With the right preparation and mindset, you can not only survive but thrive in difficult times. It's time to take control of your future. Start small, make a plan, take action, and stay alert. You don't have to wait for the system to fail you. Start preparing today. Remember, we're all in this together.